And also, you got to die to go to hell. And I don't want to die. I like my life. I'm very happy. I'm married, and I love my wife. I love her very much. My wife hates me. She fucking hates me. She hates me so much. Like, that's what she does. Like, if you ask her, what'd you do today? I fucking hate that guy. That's what I did today. I hate Louis. She's so mad at me all the time. Here's the latest thing. The other day, she got really mad. She said to me, you know what you did? You filled the dishwasher with dishes, you put the soap in, and you didn't turn it on. And I'm like, oh, shit. What are we going to do now? But here's the part where she blows my mind. This is amazing when she gets to this level. She says, well, why didn't you turn it on? Like, I have a reason for not turning it on. And I'm like, can't I just be stupid? Can't it just be that I'm a fucking idiot? That I filled the dishwasher and then I went, duh, and I walked away? I can live with that. I'm cool with that. But she says, no, why'd you do it? Which means I decided not to do it. Do you know how much more of an asshole that makes me? That means I filled the dishwasher and then I went, you know what? Fuck her, I ain't turning it on. She can suck my dick if she thinks I'm pressing that on button. I'll fill it, but I don't fucking press on, not in my own house. Why would I do that? That would be crazy. The thing that she's usually mad about is simple. She says that I don't listen to her when she's talking. And I don't. But it's not because I don't love her, blah, blah, blah. It's because I try to listen. I really do. When she talks, I just stare at her face. I'm like, come on, bring the story. But somehow I'm like, what the f? I can't do it. I try. Because every story gets divided into 50 stories that all branch out into these crazy, and I'm like, holy shit. I've got ADD. I can't do it. I'm like, fucking please. But I try every time I try because I love this retarded woman. So I try really hard to listen to her stories. Other people don't even try. We go to parties, she starts talking, people just walk away like, fuck this, that lady's crazy. Who would waste time listening to that crap? Me. She can't help it. I really feel bad for her because the thing is that every word of the story gets her so excited that she wants to fucking run with it, and she can't fucking just break through and get to the end or even the beginning. This is my wife telling a story. She's like, guess what happened to my mom today? You remember I told you my mom how when she was in college, not when she went to Michigan, when she transferred. Remember because that guy got weird and she had to leave because he was not the Iranian guy. That was a different story. That guy, I think he was Persian. I heard that Persia actually split. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Pick a thing. Have some consideration for the fucking listener. I don't do that. Here's me telling a story. I bought a tomato and I ate it and it was good. That's a story anyone can follow. It's about a tomato the whole time. I like being married though. I do. I really like it. I seriously do. We were having sex, my wife and I, a couple of weeks ago, which is amazing that we did that because we never have sex. Never. Because we have a baby, and our baby's a fucking asshole and won't let us have sex. No, fuck, that kid's a jerk, man. Seriously. Every time she's got some urgent shit in her room. Papa, come in here. In a minute. Now! Okay, I go in there. What's up? I need a pair of pants to put on my pony. Wow, holy shit. I'm trying to fuck your mom in there. Would you give me a break? Can a guy fuck your mom for a minute? There is no sex, man. I had no idea that marriage just means no sex. No, none, fucking none. I have friends that are thinking of getting married, and they say funny shit like, hey, you know, I don't know if I could do it, because I don't know if I could have sex with one woman for the rest of my life. I'm like, don't worry about that shit. You're going to have sex with 0 women for the rest of your life. That's a lot less than one woman. Who the fuck do you think you are? Where'd you get that fantasy? I'd love to have sex with one woman for the rest of my life. Any one woman. Big, fat, dead lady with a beard, I'd fuck her every day. I'd be proud to have her.
Talking about computers during the break.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting story. Louis was telling us, you got to redo the story now, unfortunately, for about 1.5 million, 2 million people. But basically, Louis was talking about how he found a computer just laying on the sidewalk here in New York City.
Yeah, I was walking down the street and I saw a computer next to someone's garbage can.
Where were you going?
Where was I going?
Yeah, he was asking like completely impertinent questions.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, we go home. And I found this computer and I just picked it up, took it home, and I kind of like mechanical stuff and fixing things. So I took it home and I plugged it into my monitor. I just
see. This is everyone's worst.
Yeah.
This is everyone's worst fear, by the way. You throw a computer out, maybe right next to the garbage or on the sidewalk, and you're like, who really is going to take my old computer and get into it? But Louis actually did this.
Stupid people that don't know would do this.
So I plugged it in and got it charged up and just started looking through this guy's whole life. This dude read his emails and
he didn't erase anything. He was all right out there.
The thing is that it was broken. The power cord was broken, but it was a standard power cord. It was the same as every computer.
It's like every computer runs on the same power cord.
That's all that was wrong with this computer?
That's all that was
except
wrong with
maybe
it.
Being outdated or whatever?
Yeah, it was pretty outdated, old thing, but it worked, and I got it charged up and read all his whole life. And basically, I know everything about this guy. I didn't remember his name. Otherwise, I'd happily tell you.
Yeah, right here on the air.
He was a gay guy from somewhere outside of Buffalo, estranged from his parents because they didn't like that he was gay. His father didn't speak to him anymore.
Did production on a radio program.
Wait, how did you know that from emails? Dear faggot.
Well, there was some friend of his father's who he wrote to try to get to his dad. Like, please ask my dad to call me. And,
so he was estranged from his father for being a gay gentleman.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then he was writing plays. He was here trying to write plays.
Well, jeez.
Yeah, and I read the plays.
In between interior decorating?
They're awful plays. Awful.
You got to read his plays.
I read one of his plays.
You had
really awful.
A lot of time on your hands.
I did. And it's before I had kids. You can't do that when you're a kid.
It was a bad play?
Terrible. And then what happened was he started getting depressed and into credit trouble. He became, he had a problem using credit cards too much. He'd go to Neiman Marcus and spend all his, or whatever it is, Barney's. And then he went home to his parents' house and stole their retirement fund money and used it to pay his credit card bills and ruined his father. And his father, who was retired, had to come out of retirement and go back to work.
His gay son,
so that's really
that
the
he was
father's
estranged.
story, yeah.
The poor father.
His gay son ruined his life.
Had to go back to work.
At the age of 70.
Oh.
He had to go punch in at
Came out
Walmart.
of the closet, his father had to come out of the retirement. What an awful life.
But I learned all of that by finding this guy's computer.
Just some guy's computer on the side of the road, yeah. People are more savvy now, though, I think, to make sure they don't just leave that out. I usually pull the hard drive if I throw away my computer. I pull the hard drive, but then I just leave it laying around. Like, I don't destroy it. I really don't have anything on there I got to worry about.
Right.
That I know of, and I pretty much know everything that's on there.
Yeah.
I love the people that are like, I don't know, it must have gotten mailed to me, and I got, shut up. You know what's on there.
Yep.
But I never put them out on the street. So I got a few. Eventually, either the bandsaw or a drill press or something like that. You got to shred that hard drive.
You got to kill it
if you want to just get rid of all the info. And for the most part, it's not for porno or anything. I got passwords, bank account information, things like that you don't want.
I've never seen Jimmy concentrate more than when we talk about how you could erase all your
How do you get rid of that stuff?
I really want to know.
To be honest with you, there's nothing on my computer that's that terrible. I mean, I have a lot of porn. But I mean, I'd show if you don't mind to see what a dog can do.
Yeah,
I actually like the fact you can grab stuff because my photos are really like, I can't picture ever losing my photographs. Like I have hundreds of them.
Yeah.
I would love to know you can always get that back if you ever screw up, which is good. I'm obsessed with.
You can always do it until you actually need to. You call some place that's called like We Can Get Anything Back Doctor. And then they'll say, "Oh, did you press delete?" Yeah, no, it's gone.
Oh, did you press delete?
Not even
something so simple.
Yeah, like,
what'd you do? You had it unplugged for a minute? Nah, you're done. You're sunk. It's completely wiped clean. Use it as a door.
Also, though, Bob Kelly just a dope.
He's as dumb as Bob is he's a bag of rocks.
Yeah.
He just did his promo for his CD.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What?
That wasn't on air. I apologize.
What happened? Are you losing your mind?
You just yelled out.
You just yelled out what?
Someone's refusing to come on air.
Who? Danny won't come on air?
Oh, boy.
Why? All right, well, first, the Bob Kelly thing.
Tower Records, which is where Bob said you can get his CD in April. Bob, you fucking stupid fat body. They've been out of business for a year. An idiot is promoting it. Which is actually where you should go if you want to buy his new CD.
Yeah,
Tower Records. And if they don't have it, try Corvettes or Two Guys. You fucking moke.
Corvettes are Two Guys.
Oh, what a yutz.
We have the clip isolated if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, yeah, can we hear that?
Yeah, here it is.
And in April, my CD comes out, Just the Tip, through Comedy Central Records. I want to make it #1. That's right. I want to beat Dane Cook on the Billboard charts. So if every one of you fans goes out in April and buys my CD, that means I'll be on the Billboard charts. I want to be #3. I want to be before Prince and U2. If those albums come out, I want you to go and buy it. Just the Tip in April. Make sure you go down. Tower Records. Buy it.
You want to beat Dane Cook, you fucking idiot? You couldn't beat Jim Cook in CD sales. Go to Tower Records. Oh, what a total asshole.
Yeah, a lot of people are noticing. Bob, you've been promoting the hell out of your CD, huh?
Yeah.
Why?
They play it a lot when we go to break.
Oh, they do. I have heard it. It's the one where you must have gotten the date wrong, and they had to dub in the proper date.
Well, you just don't know how to promote because the point I'm making is that you tell everyone, all your fans, to get the brand new Bob Kelly CD at Tower Records.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
And that's where it should be sold.
Well, no, there is a Tower Records.
Place that's been
I'm
out
talking
of
about.
Also available at Woolworths.
Woolco.
It's not
Woolco.
It's not the Tower Records you're talking about. It's the Tower Records with 2 W's. It's down in the village. It's
How about
like
Tower
an old...
Airlines?
Oh,
Can you get on there too? Oh shit!
Kenny
Swimwalk
just
name
broke
drop.
my
You
thumb.
take Pan Am. Next time you fly Pan Am,
Yeah, there's no Tower Records.
Eastern Airlines on the
Well,
Eastern
The
Shuttle.
Wings of Man.
Yeah.
Well, what are you gonna do? You're right, Opie. I have to agree with you. I don't know how to really promote that well, but I'm learning.
But I go with my daughter on trips with the school.
Oh, the field trip.
Oh, okay. On field trips, I'll chaperone, and I go sometimes, and I volunteer for lunch recess, because that's a mess. There's nobody there doing it.
Right.
So the kids don't get to. They get 10 minutes to eat and 20 minutes to play, and that's it. They're back. It's too crowded.
Back into their cells.
Yeah, it really is like a prison cafeteria. But I went on a trip once to the botanical gardens in the Bronx with my kids.
Boar Fest.
Yeah.
Holy plants.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to hold a bunch of first graders' attention.
Yeah.
But so we go up there, and we're on a bus, on a school bus. And it kind of gave me an insight into how the system works, because the school bus, I think of it as like it's the school's bus company.
Uh-huh.
These people drive school buses for the school. It's just a bus that the teacher called in, a yellow bus driven by some idiot. I mean, it's like, so we get on the bus, and the guy turns to me. I'm the first parent behind him, and he goes, do you know how to get there? I'm like,
What?
Yeah, he asked me, do you know how to get there? I'm like, no. And he goes, can you find out how to get there? So we're in the West Village.
I never remember stuff like this when I was.
Yeah, so I call up on my phone. I say, just go to the Bronx. We're going to the Bronx. So we're on the West Side Highway, and I call the Bronx Botanical Gardens, and I go, hi, I'm in a school bus full of children on the West Side Highway. I need to know how to get to you. And the lady says, you can't take a school bus on the West Side Highway. That's illegal. And I say this is true story. I say this to the parent next to me, and she goes, yeah, this is not okay. This is really bad. And it occurs to me, I've never seen any large vehicle on the West Side Highway.
No, now that you mention it.
And when it gets up into the Bronx, it's twisty and turny, and it's not okay. And you're forced into a high speed of traffic because it's crazy.
Yeah.
And so we go under an underpass, and I swear to God, we scrape the top of the bus. The whole bus goes grrrr and shakes. And I swear to God, the bus driver yells, "Oh,
Yeah.
Oh crap!"
What you yell when that happens?
Yeah. And then the rest of the underpasses, he kind of ducks his own head down, really, like he kind of crouches.
aims for the arch in the middle. It's a little higher.
But we got up there and nobody. I brought waters. I asked the teacher, like, should I get a bunch of bottles of water? And she's like, I guess. And I thought, well, that's because I'm like over parenting. No, it's because she just didn't care if people drank water.
Unbelievable.
And nobody brought sunblock. A lot of kids died. It was really, it really was like.
That just sounds like abuse. Yeah, what the hell?
It was a disaster. But you know what? The kids, we packed these kids, these heated, it was like summertime, these sweltering hot kids, unfed, into a little tiny classroom. They take you to these beautiful places, and then they pack you into a classroom, and you have to listen to somebody.
Oh,
but
God.
the woman showed them how a seed becomes a plant.
Yeah.
Totally riveted audience.
Oh, really?
Totally
She
fascinated.
was killing.
Yeah, she was killing. I learned a lot.
About how plants grow.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that an apple is food for the seeds inside of it. I thought it.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't either, nor do I care now that I do. I hate apples even more now.
I remember field trips when I was a kid, going out on a field trip, and you'd have to get your permission slip, and your parent would sign. But I used to like having my mommy go on there because I was such a mommy boy, crybaby, little wimpy girl. I was. And I used to like my mommy to go.
Yeah.
But the really bad thing is, like, I used to make her dress up like a whore.
What?
Like, I really used to make her dress up like a whore.
What do you mean you made her dress up?
Where are those pumps, Mom? Like you'd make her.
No, worse, because it was like the early 70s and stuff. And my mother was she worked in like nightclubs. She was a go-go dancer and stuff like that. Like my mom had it going
Your mother
on
was a whore then.
back in those early days.
Yeah.
So I'd go like, could you wear those the knee-high boots and the red patent leather mini skirt? And could you put your hair in pigtails? And I swear she would do all this.
Wow.
She put her hair in pigtails, and all the like kids would be like, oh, "Your mom is so pretty," and I felt like good, like I felt all good. And we went to go see "You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown" at Radio City Music Hall. And Mom was a field mother, and she wakes up that morning. We're supposed to leave, and she goes, "Anthony, I'm so sick. I'm so sorry. I can't go." I start crying, and she's like, "All right, I'll do something." So she's swigging Pepto-Bismol. She was hung over to the point where she's puking. She got a horrible hangover. Now she's got to get on some diesel-y bus, dressed like a slut.
With her daughter's son.
Yeah, with her crying daughter, son. Her boy girls is in the passenger seat. And we get there, and I'm making her,
I thought you meant her daughter's son, like Sarah Palin, like her.
No,
her daughter had a kid, and she was covered.
No, Palin's kid had more dignity than this.
Oh, I was just a drop of a hat, and I was whimpering and weeping as a child. So when she said she couldn't make it, I was just, I lost my mind. She had to go and then get her hair in pigtails and get the friggin' patent leather mini skirt with fishnets on.
Pigtails for Mom, huh?
I made her put in the pigtails. Oh, it explains a lot, doesn't it?
No kidding.
No.
What is going on in your head?
God.
What?
Oh my God! I didn't even make that connection until you
old
said
days.
that. Oh boy!
That's so weird backwards.
You think?
Oh, you think?
Well, most people end up screwed up because they were molested by their parents, but you're screwed up because you molested your
I was
parents.
trying to molest my parents.
It's totally opposite.
Yeah. I was trying to molest my mom at the time, I guess.
Wow.
Dressing her up.
In Chicago, a couple marathoners dead because of the heat. And this leads into the discussion we were having during the break here. It's not supposed to be summer in October, and it's kind of summer in October for the East Coast.
Yep.
And I used to be like I never ran a marathon officially, but I used to run a lot of half marathons. I was a runner back in, my day. And they plan these marathons in these cities when the temperature is a bit cooler.
It's supposed to be cool right now.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be running a marathon in 90-degree weather.
Chicago.
Chicago in October is supposed to be brisk.
That should be.
Yeah, no, I was in L.A. just now, and it was like in the 50s. It was cold when I left, and I landed in Kansas City, and it was like 90 degrees.
And then I went to Wisconsin. I was just in Madison, Wisconsin, and it was over 90.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It makes no sense. And here in New York, it's just been in the 80s, and it's been great.
It's going to be 86 today in New York.
I love the global warming.
By the way,
love it.
We know that LeBron is from Cleveland.
Yeah.
He plays for the Cavaliers, but he's also born and raised in Cleveland as well. We know that. Drama daddy.
Well, the Yankees are a good team, and Cleveland is not any kind of city to be proud of. Sorry. I just want to be a jerk.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Cleveland.
Good afternoon, Cleveland.
So, we were talking about the global warming thing.
Yeah, it's not, we were saying how it's not people think we're doing something wrong, but we're not aside from the Earth. We're part of it. We're organisms that came out of the Earth, and now we're making it go cold. That's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, whatever happens is supposed to happen.
Yes. We
are animals,
part of nature,
indigenous to this planet. So whatever we do, whatever resources we are smart enough to dig out of the ground or pull out of the air or the water.
It's just we're organisms. We're like yeast that eat sugar and make alcohol.
Yeah.
By pooping it.
Right.
We take stuff out of the ground and we burn it. And it's going to make the Earth. But there's not. People have this thing that they think the Earth is supposed to last forever. That we have a right to this forever.
Again, the right.
No, we don't. We have no protection from global warming. It's what's going to happen, and we're making it happen. But so what? It's not a moral thing. It's supposed to be over now. It's supposed to. The oceans are going to rise. Manhattan's going to be an underwater theme park for a while. You're going to get to visit it by submarine,
which would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's a shame that my grandchildren won't know. They'll be cooked by the sun.
Well, Louis, one of our
die on a rock. That makes me sad personally. But I don't believe that's good. Like I was saying, the first ice age wasn't some Republican atrocity. It just happened, and this one's gonna happen.
One of our favorite things as far as global warming goes in Manhattan. They'll show the dramatic, video of what Manhattan's going to become because of global warming, and all of a sudden, they show buildings that have 20 feet of water on the sides, and and cars are floating, and the subways are flooded out all the way to the street level. Yeah. And Ed and I, we're humans. We adapt when the waters start rising. We'll just start building walls and other things to try to figure it out.
We do something. And if worse came to worse, where it's like, well, we're going to lose Manhattan, do you think there'd be cars left? Like that it happens that quickly?
Right.
That the water raises it in 20 feet in a day? Like we'd salvage everything. We'd be taking bricks.
Like there's a dramatic picture of what Manhattan would look like if the oceans rose.
No.
But before it got to that point, don't you think we'd figure stuff out? Don't you think as soon as we start seeing puddles forming as human beings, we're like, we got to do something about this. If we don't do something about this, that's what's going to happen. The city's going to be in the middle of the ocean.
No, people aren't going to be on the roofs of those buildings.
No. Help. I've been here for 25, 30 years.
Yeah, they're going to be on the roof. They're going to be in houses in another part of the country.
Yeah.
Because we're still America. We still have more than everybody else. It's not like, the unwashed billions that are just going to get, that are dying anyway. They don't need global warming to die. People in Darfur and whatever, they're dying anyway.
So you're a fan of just that. Don't even worry about it.
Well, I just don't think. No, I mean, look, if people would like to have the Earth a little longer, then they should slow down. But it's not a moral thing. Nobody's doing anything morally wrong because we are we're part of nature.
You know what?
We're elements of nature.
It's always amazed me is the fact that we just took crap that was laying around. Figured out how to take metal from the earth, melt it, make it into things, take things from the air, chemicals from trees and water. Nothing. We didn't have to go into space to grab anything. We figured everything on this earth, and we were able to slap together machines that fly.
Yeah.
How great are we as human beings? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Global warming.
If we were a little smarter, we would put all of the energy that we have, like nuclear energy and stuff. We would use it to keep making rockets to get off of the planet.
Yeah,
and make a new one. It's with it. We could do that.
Make a new one somewhere.
So that would, but we're using a lot of that energy to off each other to kill each other. So
we kind of like doing that.
That's a shame. I just don't think it's like.
That's something we've been
human
doing
race
for.
isn't supposed to last forever. We're going to go at some point.
Right. We've been killing each other for forever.
Everybody dies. Every band stops making hits.
Hey,
You know, like when they show on VH1, they're like, what happened to Love and Spoonful? Why aren't they still number one every week forever?
They just
Because everything has
stop.
a crest. Everything has a little curve to it.
A lifespan. Hey, they're showing pictures of the Empire State Building underwater with a couple,
Just two sharks.
A couple
Oh, sharks swimming around.
Like if the Empire State Building is underwater, it's going to be crystal clear like you're in the Bahamas. Just like that. Just like that. That's what it's going to look like. Yeah, we're going to have Bahamas water all of a sudden up here. Not the murky crap that we do have surrounding Manhattan.
I don't agree with either side of the argument, though, because the people that say this isn't going to happen are liars also.
Yeah.
People that say global warming is a myth and it's got nothing to do with mankind, those people are liars. They're just greedy liars.
Yeah.
And the people that say, "Oh no, it's horrible," they're just stupid. I have this third feeling, which is, yeah, it's happening, but so what? So it's time to die now.
I can't see it happening
Get
this
drunk and get over
quickly.
it. No, it's also not going to happen that fast.
Yeah,
I don't know. It might.
People are
They're just-
freaking out that look, there it is, the taxi cab in the water.
Yeah,
like that guy got caught up in global warming.
Yeah.
Like I should
It's
have
an
saw the
event that
signs.
it's like getting caught in a glacier.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a glacier! In 10,000 years, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
It's a glacier.
And look what we did. We dug out New Orleans, and then that's back to normal.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Tourism's up. They got rid of some riffraff.
It's called sarcasm.
They're in
But
Houston now.
We're back to getting it to where it was, okay?
Yeah.
We figured some things out.
No, I don't think we will. I think
built up
that
the
New
levees a little
Orleans
bit.
is probably over. And people that are like, how is America going to keep being number one? It's not. Nothing lasts.
You know what?
No.
Rome didn't last. America's not going to
no
last.
empire lasts.
No,
yeah.
it just doesn't. So no, we don't get to be as safe as we were. We just don't.
Yeah.
And what is
Somebody else's turn. It's China's turn to kill
We
everybody
need to
with
really kick the crap out of someone as a country. I don't mean an Iraq war thing.
Yeah.
I mean a devastating ass kicking
Yeah.
to give to a country that'll show like, hey, look, we still got it. Don't screw with us.
Don't mess with us.
I might even be talking nuclear.
It would be funny if we just went after somebody like Spain.
Random. Spain.
Like just
some
invade.
country that
A massive airstrike
It'd be
and then
so
an invasion.
awesome if Bush did that on his way out. Just invade Spain, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "So."
So what do you
we're
want?
taking
some country that's
Spain.
unexpected.
Yeah,
Just out of nowhere.
just that's part of America now.
It's ours.
Yeah.
It's like another state.
What are you going to do about it? We got nuclear weapons, and we'll use them.
we have before.
It would work.
What would they do? Oh, okay.
I guess
The UN would be, well, we have to speak very strongly about what the United States did.
Yeah.
Sanctions.
Yeah.
We got everything we need here. Shut up.
Let's go to Adam in North Carolina. Adam.
Adam doesn't know his name either.
North Carolina, dude. Global warming is about saving ourselves. You.
Oh.
Are you there?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
Hey, I was just letting you know that global warming, it's not about saving the planet. The planet will always be here. It's about saving us as a human race.
Well, it's
but that's the thing. I don't think that that's a moral issue. I think if it's time for the human race to be underwater and extinct, then that's going to happen now.
I'm sure the mammoth.
It's time for that.
I'm sure the mammoth wanted to hang out for a little while longer.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the three-toed sloth.
You know, there's people that believe that we were apes. There's a theory of evolution called the aquatic ape theory, which says that we were apes that got underwater. Like that we were apes that were on an island, and we had to start swimming, and that's how.
Ooh.
If you take an ape and you make him swim for thousands of years, he'll start to have no fur, and it straightens your back. Your back straightened out through not walking but through swimming. And that's what made us smarter. It made us smarter. It made our snouts turn into noses because they're better for swimming.
Yeah.
And that some of us kept going and became dolphins, and that the rest of us are humans.
too lazy. We're like,
and we
stop right here.
This is good enough for me.
I'm just gonna stop here.
Yeah, this is good.
Exactly.
I like that.
And we came back to Earth, so that.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button for more content.
I heard that ducks have one hole. I don't know if you know that, but ducks have one hole. And they pee out of it, and they shit out of it, they get in it, and they lay eggs out of it. That has got to be one smelly, dirty hole. That hole has got to be a pretty awful place. I feel a little bad for the man duck because ducks are monogamous. I don't know if you know that, but ducks stay in their relationships forever. And by the time that duck gets to be 48, her husband must be like, dude, that shit sucks. I hate it. And then he goes and a swan or something. His wife's like, why are you what for? She's got an asshole. That's why. She's got an asshole. Okay? I got a green head. I don't know what that means. Just somehow they got green heads. They deserve more. Speaking of animal-type humor that's not totally finished, I have this joke, like, animals talking to each other type joke, that I don't know how to finish it. I know what's funny about it, but I don't know how to finish it. Basically, it's about a lion who goes up to a giraffe, and he says, hey, man, did you see that dude? And the giraffe's like, what dude? And he goes, he's that dude. He lives by the river in a hut. And the giraffe goes, what does he look like? And the lion goes, he looks like this. And the giraffe's like, well, I know a dude that lives by the river, but he doesn't look like that. He goes, no, that's what he looks like. Ah! The giraffe says, I know a guy, but he looks like this. See, the lion just thinks that people look like that. The lion doesn't get that he makes a person look like that by scaring the shit out of him. He just thinks that, hey, that's that dude that's always going, ah! That's what he's like. I was on an airplane and there was a Hasidic Jewish man trying to put an enormous bag under the seat. It doesn't matter that he was Hasidic, but it's a detail. It's detail. When you try to put enormous bags under seats, folks notice the kind of person you are. They make note. They say some Chinese guy, whatever you are, they're going to describe you. They're not just going to say, a man put a little giant thing under his seat. What kind of man? It's not important. Just a fellow. No, this guy. Trying to shove this thing under the seat. No one can leave because he's not going to not do it. And the flight attendant was a guy, and I'm not going to say he was gay because that's not important. It doesn't enter into the story. I'm going to call the Jewish guy a Jewish guy, and I'm going to call the gay guy just some guy. How do you like that? Isn't that unfair? I'm not going to identify him as gay because I don't want to discredit them. Actually, he didn't do anything wrong. So, boy, what a disaster this is right now. Jewish guy trying to put the thing under the seat, and the guy's going, sir, it's not going to fit. He was only slightly gay, like that. He wasn't like, sir, it's not going to fit. Ah! No, he just said, sir, it's not going to fit. It's going to fit. I know it's going to fit. It's going to fit. I'm telling you, Moses. Okay, here's the thing. I have 2 children, and the thing that scares me the most is that they disappear. Nothing that scares me more than them disappearing. That's every parent's worst fear. Now, why do kids disappear sometimes? I think it's because somebody took them and had sex with them, and once you have sex with a kid, you got to toss them because people hate folks who have sex with kids more than pretty much anything. If you murder somebody, folks will find you a reason. You were upset. You were dehydrated, whatever. So here's the thing. So if you have sex with a kid, you got to chuck them out because if the kid tells anybody, you're screwed. So I can't help thinking that if we could take down a few notches the hatred for kid having sex people, at least you get the kid back. That's what I'm trying to say. Is that the guy could just call you, hey, kid, you want me to bring him to soccer or drop him at your house? Does he have any nut allergies? Because he just ate some cashew butter. I know. Listen to me. I know that's hard to hear. But it's true. It's true that if we minded child molesting less kids would die. That's true. Now, I don't know what to do with that information. I don't have a way to apply that to anything that's helpful. There is some sense that when you're out there looking for somebody, you're trying to spread your seed. Really, guys would like all women to just lay on the ground with their legs open, and we could just spray like a mist. Just mists of cum that then trickle down. But I'm not one of those guys who could just walk up to women and start talking to them. Like, there's guys, there's a lot of sinewy black guys that wear puka beads. Not hard brothers from the hood. With a suede vest with nothing else on. Suede vest, both nipples showing. Good stomach, puka bead necklace. You know, like those bracelets that are like just leather. And I'm getting a little hard just picturing this guy. This guy's sexy. This guy gets laid. You know when somebody sees a hot woman, there's that thing we just call a hot woman. Like, there's a lot of guys who say, how do I talk to the hot girls? Why do you want to talk to a hot girl? Why would you want to talk to somebody with a drink and going, Why would you want to have that conversation? You own a landscaping business. You're incredible. You're an amazing human being. You started a landscaping business from nothing. Her, man. Go find a woman, an old kind of your age, late 30s, Jewish girl, smokes, and gives tough hand jobs. You know, I love Jewish girls. Because they just go, come on, and they're awesome. I'm gonna suck it, all right? You ready? Totally, suck it, you dirty Jew, I love you. The hardest thing about having kids is just the days that you spend with them. That's really the hardest part. It's just every day that you have them is the hardest part of having kids. It's just every day. It's getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning, which, first of all, I'm not that guy. 6 o'clock in the morning. I have blown off entire careers because of one day I didn't want to get out of bed. Like, I'll just not be that then. I have to, first of all, I got to get them dressed. That's number one, because that's the one that people will notice. That's the only one. If that's the only one that I get done, I'll be okay. Because I can't, if I show up with two naked kids, I'll go to jail. So I have to, but I can not feed them. They're fine. I ate. They're just a little tired. It's fine. And then I got to get them to school, which means walking. The older one goes to kindergarten. It's third grade. Jesus Christ. I just said kindergarten. And she's in third grade. You know what's even worse? She's not. She's in the second grade.
All right, what happened on the plane?
Well, flight attendants.
You're going to want to kill the kid and the parents.
Massachusetts couple think Tran Airways went overboard by treating their crying 3-year-old daughter in much the same way. But the parents said they just needed a little more time to calm her down.
Get her in the
There's
seat.
the problem.
Get her in the seat.
Get her in the fucking seat.
Just take her physically and put her in the fucking seat.
Pick her up, grab her by the hair.
Yeah.
But they had just visited her Grammy,
to Grammy.
Yeah.
So I guess she was upset with leaving Grammy.
Who cares?
She was removed because she was climbing under the seat and hitting her parents and wouldn't get in her seat.
Put her in the seat physically.
Get in the fucking seat.
Well, Lou, you got to calm her down, don't you?
What?
Don't you have to calm her down?
Yeah, but the thing is that they're just shitty travelers.
Right.
There's a whole system to put it. I've traveled with 2 kids. I've got a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old, and we travel with them all the time.
Oh.
And you got to get your shit put away fast, so that you have time to calm your. They're just fucking assholes.
They don't know.
They're just like those people that, like, you know, when you see on an airplane where you're starting a taxi and a guy just gets up like a cunt, just stands up and goes in the overhead, and the plane stops and you hear, we need everyone to sit down. It's usually a fucking Hasid, by the way, who just looks at the front of the plane like, what? They're just going to get my money. No, so these people are just incompetent. I mean, Look, I don't believe in people that hate babies on flights. I think are assholes. Like when my baby is crying and people like crane their necks to look back. Yeah. Like, could you turn off that machine that makes that noise? I fucking looked them in the face, like, please actually say something so I can piss in your mouth. Because it's a fucking child, you fucking piece of shit. We're taxiing. You know, we're very good at keeping our kids quiet. They don't cry through flights. But if my daughter goes like, fucking some rich asshole, like, rustles his newspaper and looks back at me like, whoa, this is unheard of. I look in his. I love it. I look right in their face. I've been with this kid all fucking day. I would love to unload unfairly on a stranger. Wow. Give me a reason.
No, it's great to see the other side because there's no one in this room that's going to agree with you, Louis.
Yeah, no, I know. People hate when kids cry.
I just want the parents to at least try.
That's the thing. That's all I want in my world.
I get frustrated. They're still crying, but at least try to do something.
And for the 4 hours, break your fucking parent rules. Like if there's no candy allowed before dinner and the kid's crying for candy, fucking send him into diabetic shock.
No,
by shoving
you're
candy
absolutely right, and they should have kicked them off. If the kid is not in his fucking seat, he's a liability, fucking kick the whole family off. Right. Absolutely.
And they did.
They did, and they should have.
Yes,
just the kid and make the parents fly.
Standing there on the empty jetway, you just see him like crawling dangerously close to the edge.
Yeah. No, most parents are fucking idiots, and I hate parents on airplanes that don't. Like, I saw this guy flying with his daughter, and she's crying, and he's a guy, so he just sits back, doesn't. All he has to do is hold her for a second.
Right.
Won't do it.
Why the fuck?
And a mother I saw once is feeding Mountain Dew and M&Ms to her fucking kid.
There you go.
Whose face is purple with sugar rage by the end of and fucking caffeine. Idiots.
Are you ever embarrassed? Like, I understand, like, Geraldo made a good point one time. He goes, I know it's annoying, but what do you want people to do? Not travel with kids? It's like, you have to. It's like, and they are kids. They're not machines.
The reason I hate people that complain is because they have no they'll complain about anything. Like, again, my daughter had a rattle once. She's not actually we give her a rattle so that she'll be pacified. She's rattling her rattle as we're taxiing, and people are looking at me like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. Get on your cell phone and call your fucking girlfriend and let me hear that now. You fucking adult cunt.
What? Once the engines really crank up, it's really hard to hear anything around you anyway. Yeah. But it is that when you're boarding, the taxiing, when you get a kid crying, it's not. I won't do the turnaround. I won't. But my shoulders go up, and that sound, I'm like, I can't take baby crying sound. Right. To me, it's the old nails on the blackboard.
Sure.
The story continues. Ellie was sitting in front of our seat crying. The attendant motioned to a seat and asked if we purchased it for her. They had paid for the seat. Jerry said, another attendant, yes.
Big problem here is that it sounds from what they're saying that the little girl was sitting by herself and the parents were sitting together behind her.
Yeah, what's that about?
Yeah, because parents that do this fucking are the worst. That they put their kid, if there's 2 parents and a kid traveling.
Yeah.
Like, I sat next to some little girl on the flight here from L.A. recently. Her parents are sitting
together eating and having a great time. I'm fucking raising their kid.
Oh my God!
You're raising the kid.
I'm helping her with her juice. I'm listening to her fucking cunty little stories about her grandma. I don't want to hear any of it.
Why, they weren't good
She's
stories?
at, you want to play my Game Boy? No, I got fucking work to do. I'm trying to watch softcore porn on my fucking DVD player.
And mom and dad are canoodling.
Or they're having a great time on the other seat having fucking margaritas and shit.
Another cocktail here, please.
Yeah. No, they're that's because that's why she's crawling under the seat to get to her parents.
Oh,
because they're not sitting with her. It should have been the mom and the kid, or the dad and the kid, and then the one parent. And the reason I'll tell you why that didn't happen is because the parents fought. I'm not sitting with her. No, I fucking sat with her on the way to grandma's. Oh, well, let's just make that stranger sit with them.
Louis C.K.
Yeah,
I've seen his act.
Yeah, fucking assholes.
Do you want to say
They should have
something to
been
the
thrown
parents?
off the plane while it was in flight. They should have been thrown off from 30,000 feet.
Goldfinger right through the window.
You're the type that would say something, though. You want to say something to the parents sometimes?
I would, if they were there, I would, especially if there was a problem and it was holding up the plane. I think I would have said,
I'm sure.
Why isn't she sitting with you? You guys stink. I hate you.
I'm sure people would just mumble, fucking people.
Yeah. I bet they got applause. I hope they got applause when they kick them off.
Her cunty little stories.
Cunty little stories.
She's one.
Julie said she asked the attendants if Ellie could sit on her lap, but they said no. The family flew home the next day.
I think the kid just crawled out of her seat and was sitting on the floor in front of her parents.
She was climbing under the seat and hitting her parents and wouldn't get in her seat. Ellie was sitting in front of our seat crying.
Oh, so you're saying she's sitting on the floor?
Maybe she was on the floor, like where you put your little fucking.
I'm sticking. I am enjoying my anger. I'm sticking.
Yeah,
with
you stick with your story. It makes it a lot more fun. Well, get this. The family flew home the next day. The Orlando-based carrier reimbursed the family about $600, the cost of the 3 tickets, and offered them 3 round-trip tickets anywhere the airline flies. But it's too little, too late for the 𝐂𝐊'𝐬. The father said they would never fly Air Tran again.
What a
shouldn't
shame.
have the first time.
Let's go to Joe in Jersey. Joe.
Hey.
How's it going, guys? I was coming home from Florida. We were about to land into Newark, and my daughter was sleeping on my wife's lap, and the stewardess asked my wife to put the seatbelt on before we land, and my wife said, well, she's sleeping. Can we let her sleep? And the stewardess said, well, no, you got to put the seatbelt on. So my wife starts arguing with her, and she told my wife, we will not land the plane. We're going to have authorities at the airport and let you do this. So the stewardess are pretty much assholes on the flight.
Dude, you got to strap your kid in, though.
No, it's the thing is.
I know. No.
Something happened to the kid, and your kid slammed his face against the fucking.
The thing that people don't understand, and there's a million comedians that make hay of this stupid fucking. I hate stand-up comedy that's based on ignorance.
Yeah.
The whole thing of put your seatbelt on, that's gonna help if we crash into a mountain. Yeah, that's what they're for, you fucking dunce. They're there for when you're taxiing, because when you're fucking land, you're going about 150 miles per hour.
Louis C.K. ruins bit for hundreds of hack comics. Film at 11.
If the plane wheel hits a chuck hole in the runway or something, your head could go slamming into. And the reason they put the seat goes up. So, sir, it's important. It's a federal fucking regulation. If something happened to your kid, the flight attendant would be run out on a rail and sued and everything.
Jesus, lucky goody two shoes. We're gonna call that show.
Might chip a tooth.
They got to make the rules so basic they can't.
Well, because she's basically caring for a fucking 200 children. Everybody on a plane is a child, and if she had to go make these Solomon rulings for every single, you opened it after the de-icing, however and it would just go to hell.
You are an idiot. You are okay. You're fucking mongoloid.
I know what it's like to fly with kids, but you just have to work within the system that there's,
Oh, yeah, no, it's understandable.
And the bottom line is this. I'm sorry. No, just let me make a point, sir. If they fucking hit some bumps and you fall and break your fucking nose, you're going to sue the airline.
And you're going to.
unless he gets fired, they can fire you, but firing a director is difficult and it's messy and nobody likes doing it. So they just move shit around. They just move the venue.
Yeah, that's it. They just move and don't tell you where they're going.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. So I eventually found out. I called the editor. The new editor was a guy named George Folsey, who used to run, I think, Universal Pictures. He was a big producer. He made. What was the guy who made Blues Brothers? That director, John
Landis?
Landis. John Landis and he made movies together. And he edited all of John Landis's movies, including the Blues Brothers and all these great comedies.
Right.
So he took over the editing, and I called him, and I was really angry that he was editing without me. And then at one point he said, listen, this is reality. They gave me the movie to edit. What are you going to, let me work on it for a couple weeks with their concerns in mind. And then you can come in and we'll talk about, and you can look at it. But I'm not hurting your movie. Just, he was a really great guy. So we did an edit with me and him together.
And he was hurting your movie?
No, he wasn't. He actually he was hired to get it away from my vision, but he ended up liking the way I wanted to make the movie. I converted him. And we did a cut together, which probably got him in some trouble. He's a guy I'll never forget because he did that for me.
So why is it so hard to fire a director? Is it just all union
it's
stuff?
Just nobody likes to. A part of it is that a lot of the executives in Hollywood are just fucking pussies.
Yes.
They don't want to have the moment. I wouldn't mind if I felt like somebody was fucking up a thing and I don't believe that you shouldn't fire a director.
Right.
When I made that movie, I signed a regular studio contract that says I serve at their pleasure and they can replace me on a day's notice. I knew that, so I can't say they took my movie away. They hired me to work on a movie that I happen to have written and that I care a lot about. But I got thrown off because I wasn't doing what they wanted. That's the way it works. But they didn't have the balls to do it. At one point, I went to they hired another editor, and then they flew me out there first class, put me up in a beautiful hotel, and I went to the editor. And the producer on the movie at the time invited me to the editing room to watch the reels. Movies are cut up into 5 reels. So I would watch reel 1, and then he'd go, thanks for coming. And I go, well, I have some suggestions. And he'd go, no, we can't take your suggestions. This is already in the works.
Oh.
And I go, well, what's my input here? And he says, if you have suggestions, you can email them to me later. And I said, but you already locked the reel. And he goes, yeah. So what will be done with my suggestions? And he said, nothing. He said this to me. And I said, so you're not letting me work on the movie? And he goes, go back to your hotel and email me. He flew me out there and put me up just to 3,000 miles just to get fucked and not be allowed to work on the movie. That's something I won't forget either, because that was like a chess move on his part. I couldn't say he didn't invite me. He sure did invite me. Sure. He's got the receipts to prove it.
Right.
I flew him out here first class. He put him up in the best hotel in town, and all he did was come to the editing room and cause problems. So I had to restrict his access, and that's the story he told people, which is not true.
And he basically just said, "Go back. We're here talking, but go back and email me."
Yeah, go. But you're not. You can't sit in the editing room and make suggestions because we're too late in the process. We're locking the reels now.
What does that mean, locking the reels?
It means that it's picture locked, which means you can't change any frames. That you've started to print the film. So he said, "Go back to your hotel room and write me emails." And I said, what'll be done with them? Nothing, because the reels are already locked. It was just so insulting. And when he did that, I had the reaction that he programmed, that he expected, which was, I got to get out of this. Is too personally painful. I mean, I had been working on this. I directed this movie. I was such a emotional thing for me. It was a year that I'd been working on it. And so he knew that if he did that to me, it wouldn't be an outright firing or grievance that could be brought against him, but he knew he would break my spirit, which he did. It made me. I sat in the parking lot. I called my wife at the time, and I told her the story, and she said, "I think it's time to let this go."
What would have been a strategic, as in say in a chess move, if you weren't as emotionally attached to it? What would have been a way that you look back on and be like, "Okay, I could have actually done this to counter"?
Well, I wouldn't have made the trip out. I would have said, I'm not going out there till I want the editing room back here or something. You can't fight those guys. They own the movie.
Sure.
So, I mean, I had a meeting with a big director at the time who told me some things that you can do. One thing he said is when they take the movie away from you, it's inevitable. It happens to almost every movie.
Right.
That the director loses control during the editing. But the thing you can count on is that the studios don't have any better ideas than you do. And they don't really want to edit. They don't enjoy the work. It's your idea. You have the creativity, and you like it. They don't like it, and they don't know how to do it. So they'll, just to be protective and, territorial, they'll take it away from you. Let them take it. Don't fight it. It's like if a dog is biting you, they tell you don't pull your hand away because you'll actually tear your hand on the teeth. What you do is you push your hand further into the dog's mouth.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
wow.
because then you're not tugging on the teeth that are in your skin causes tears instead of just a puncture. But if you push your hand into the dog's mouth, it'll actually have to open its mouth wider. So you push your hand in, like punching the dog in the face while it's,
The ball's on the first guy to discover that.
to have the fucking low heart rate enough to do that. But you have to do that in those moments of stress. You have to go, I'm not going to tug and jerk back. I'm going to either push in towards the trouble, or I'm going to just keep calm and let it bite me and just take it. And that's the best way. They say, we want the film, and you go, okay, here's the reels, here's my notes. Go ahead, because what's going to happen is they're going to give it to some young executive for 2 weeks. He's going to do an edit, and he's going to get all excited and show it to the big guys, and they're going to go, what the fuck did you do? This movie's worse now.
Yeah.
Give it back to the director, and then that executive will actually come to you, please help me. Please, he foresaw that, and there was a version of that happened. They did reshoots on Pootie Tang, and they asked me to direct the reshoots.
Oh, wow.
Because they didn't know another way to go. I had made something that was pretty unique, and nobody knew how to handle it. So,
is it embarrassing at all? Like, because again, it's comics. We kind of get used to, like you said, used to bombing. We get used to.
Yeah.
But is it embarrassing when, the whole cast sees a certain thing, and you're they've taken it from you? Do you feel like, ugh, I don't want to face those people, or do you?
Yeah, there's a lot of humiliation in it. I mean, when I did Pootie Tang, by the time it was finished, I was disgusted with the whole thing, and I was also a pariah. Like, I was not hireable as a director. It ruined my filmmaking career. A good example of that is I haven't been hired as a director since then. I directed one movie. That's not a good record. It's better to do two. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Year 2000, I made Pootie Tang. It's 2011. I've never directed again.
But
that's how much it hurt me. But at the time when it was coming out, I remember it was so humiliating. It was so hard. The pressure was so much because something was out there that I didn't like. I got an email on my website back when we had community boards on our websites. Somebody wrote me and said, should I go see Pootie Tang? It was coming out in a few days. And I wrote back and I said, I don't know, I haven't seen it. Because in truth, I hadn't seen the cut. So that was my response. I haven't seen it. Somebody at Paramount who was trolling my website saw this, and they got scared by that they had overbreached. They had taken too much advantage. So they got worried, I think, of the DGA, the Directors Guild. So they wrote me and said, please come watch the movie. And they gave me another first-class ticket to come out and gave me a screening room at Paramount to watch the movie. And I flew out there and went to a screening room, and nobody, it was weird, nobody was around. It's like they cleared the streets, the hallways at Paramount, so nobody would have to talk to me. And I sat, because John Goldwyn, who ran Paramount, hated me. He hated the movie. He hated me. He was royally angry at the movie. But anyway, so I sat in the theater and I watched it, and it made me sick. You just
hated what you saw.
Hated it. Hated what they did with it. And knew it was coming out that day. That was opening day. And I remember David Gale, who ran MTV Films. I think he still does. Yeah. They were partly involved. He's the only guy. He in front, just walked over and shook my hand and said, I'm glad to see you. He was the only guy who pretended to be my friend in the past, who kept pretending to be my friend, or was. I really liked that guy. And he brought me a review from Elvis Mitchell, who was writing for the New York Times at the time. He found one review from him, and he loved the movie.
Oh, wow.
So I got to experience for 5 minutes, before I saw the film, his review, and I was really happy for 5 minutes about it. Then I watched it, and I was like, this is shit. And then all the reviews started coming out. Hateful, piles and piles of hateful reviews. And then, what's his name? Ebert.
Siskel Ebert, yeah.
Roger Ebert, who I grew up watching on sneak previews on PBS, till before it was even a big show. Said this movie's not even bad. It's not complete. It's not a movie. He didn't even give it the respect to pan it. He said, I can't review this movie. It's not a film. And he was right. He actually said something really smart, which was he said, it looks like people took pieces of a movie someone else made and manufactured this strange product out of it. And that's exactly what they had done. They took my movie that I had made and they put it together. But anyway, so it was hard to have a movie out that was getting panned with my name on it. I had the option to take my name off of it, but I didn't because I felt it was my responsibility that it was bad. It's part of your job as a director.
Of Louis C.K.
If you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did that? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over. Did you fucking spill this? What is that?
It's oil. It's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill.
Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground?
Because I wanted to go faster.
And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit.
Well, because jobs. I wanted.
What is a job? Explain to me. What's a fucking job?
You work at a place, and when people call when their game doesn't work, and you help them figure it out.
What do you do that for?
For money.
What do you need money for?
Food.
Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Grab it up, make some bread. What are you doing?
Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it, and like I like when it has like bacon on it and
And the Jesus, like, okay, here's one. This is when he turned water into wine. This is his first miracle. This is John chapter 2, okay? Okay, and on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana of Galilee. And the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? Just life. Mary was a fucking alcoholic. He took her to a wedding and there's no fucking wine, Jesus. What am I supposed to do here without wine? And he's like, Mom! Don't! Anyway, you know the rest of the story is that Jesus, he's at the wedding, they had no wine. So Jesus went to the guy running the wedding and he was like, look in the water barrel. Like that, like a close-up magician. Why don't you take a look? Maybe it's not the Red Queen. Go ahead, flip that card over. What do you think? Told him to look in the water barrel, and he looked, and it was wine. He had turned all their water into wine. Everybody rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. It's actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed. Like, oh, thanks. That's great, Jesus. Fuck. Like Lazarus. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus comes to town and he says, Lazarus, rise. And Lazarus comes out of the tomb like... And Lazarus' wife is like, are you fucking kidding me right now? But so here's a story, though, I want to read to you. This story, I've never seen it in a Jesus movie. This story is not in any movies about Jesus. And it's not I never, until I sat and read this, I never heard this story. Because it's weird. We were using the word and they were more in our lives. I swear to God they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, a retarded boy's dream. There was one, I remember with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you are too young. But Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And he was on the cover of Teen Beat magazine. And everybody liked Sean Cassidy because he was sexy. He's a sexy boy. I thought he was sexy. I did. I thought he was really sexy. I was 6 years old. But I already had inappropriate sex feelings for teenage boys when I was 6. I was an old soul. I was a pedophile when I was 6. I used to go up to teenage boys when I was 6, like, hey, how's it going? That kid's weird. He's got a boner. Anyway. Not anymore. I outgrew it, but no. I'm not sexually attracted to teenage boys. I'm not. But I don't not get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not like, what? Like, you can see it. Like, I was at an airport once, and I'm walking along where people walk in the airport, and there's these chairs facing the aisle, and there's this family sitting there, a mom and a dad and 2 teenage boys, and they're like just both sitting with their phones with their legs. They're wearing like these shorts. One had cutoff shorts, and one had basketball shorts. And they both just had their legs open because they don't give a fuck. Both legs just splayed, and then just smooth, you know, just very. And I saw it. Didn't do anything to me. But I kind of wanted to stop and go, hey, fellas, let's close that shit up, huh? You're not getting me, but I know you're causing a problem for somebody in this airport. Let's close it up. I did not say that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, let's return to the comfortable subject of retarded people, shall we? So Sean Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was a teen singer who then grew up. He was about 18. Now he was, old and gross. Nobody wanted to fuck him. So he started to act. And he had a movie on TV called Normal People, where he played a retarded man who wants to live a normal life. It was very inspiring, actually. And at one point, he didn't do like a big retarded character. He wore thick glasses. He talked like Elmer Fudd. That was the whole thing. So he goes up to the guy who runs the group home he lives in, and he says, I want to get a job. And the guys who runs it is like, Republican conservative. So he's like, you can't get a job. You're a retarded. But then there's a liberal lady who works there, and she says, of course he can get a job. He's as good as anyone. So they let him get a job as an air traffic controller or whatever was available. And then he meets a woman who's also retarded who lives at the group home. He falls in love with her. It's a very nice love story. And he says, we want to get married. And the guy says, she says, but they're in love. So they get married. And then one day he says, we want to have a baby. And the liberal lady says, no fucking way. And they just shut them down right there. And that's the end of the movie. I swear to God, that's just how it ends. And the point of the movie is just, hey, there's a limit. Like, that's, I guess, what the point of it was. And that's pretty intense. But hey, retarded people were on television. We were talking about it. We were dealing with it. And they said the word retarded about 50,000 times in the movie. Now we don't say the word, and I don't see them anywhere. I guess that's my problem with it. And also, the word is not basically a bad word. It's a medical term. But it became a bad word because it's used as an insult, really. Not towards retarded people. Nobody does that. Nobody calls retarded people retarded to insult them. What would be the point of that? It'll be like going up to a chair and saying, you're a fucking chair. Like, what are you doing? No. People use it on their friends. Like, you're at a bar, your friend's like, I don't have any more money for beer. And you're like, you're fucking retarded. Do you know that? And in that moment, no one retarded is insulted. They're not. Do you know why? Because they're not there. Because we don't include them in our lives. They're not at the How many of you have a retarded drinking buddy that you hang out with? No, you take them to the zoo when they're little and then fuck them. This is what I find confusing about this thing, is that we told many generations of people that they were retarded. We told them that that's what they are, and they lived with it, and they dealt with it. And then we just decided it's a bad word. So did we tell them this? Did we go back to them and explain this to them? Listen, Nelson, I have something to tell you. You're not retarded anymore. You mean I'm cured? No. No, we're not even working on it. Must be awful to be other kinds of stuff. You know, I'm glad I'm this. This is a pretty good deal when you consider the alternatives. Anything else, any other kind of thing, you're in the food chain. You're in the food. We are out of the food chain. I don't know if we fully appreciate the fact that we got out of the food chain. That is a massive upgrade. Because for every other living thing, life ends by being eaten. That's how all life ends, is every single life except human life. Every life ends like this. Ah! 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 We're the only ones that get to just die old in a bed. Just, I love you. Bye. I mean, imagine if we were still in the food chain on top of everything else. Imagine if we were in the food chain. It would just be another thing you gotta deal with. You're already having a bad day. You wake up in the morning, you're making breakfast, you burn your toast, and it's too late to try again. And your kid comes in and says, "Bleh," and you're like, fine. And it's just, why? You get a thing in the mail that says that your phone's different and your mortgage is another company now. What? I don't get it. Then you're walking to work like, why do I even bother? Oh, shit. God damn it. There's always fucking cheetahs at the train station. Stop it. Do you think that sharks would be embarrassed if they knew that we could all see their fins sticking out of the top of the water? I think they'd be bummed, because I don't think sharks are aware of that at all. I think sharks think they're slick. They swim around like, hey, nobody has any idea who's down here. And we're all up here like, there's totally a shark right there. It wouldn't be fun being a predator either. If you're a predator, imagine if every time you're hungry, you gotta chase a guy who's running for his life. You gotta, come on, dude, shit, get over here. And just hold him down and bite his neck till he shuts the fuck up for a minute. So you can just sit there and eat his stomach before you go to work. That would really suck. That's why animals just, they go, let's do this together, man. You chase the parents away, I'm gonna eat the kid, and you circle back. That's why they do it like that. Fuck it, I'm eating babies. This is bullshit. I have a solution for the pandemic, by the way, for COVID. I have it. This is it. We test everybody, first of all. Now, every time we find somebody who has COVID, you kill them. That's it. That's the solution. You won't need another one after that one. That's the final one. It's been pretty amazing to be alive during this thing, during COVID, because you're not going to see this again. And wow, did we learn some shit. That's really, the things that teach you in life are things you never would have chosen to do for yourself. I mean, think about your life as far as it's been where you had the choices, where you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to pursue this. It all goes to shit, every bit of it. And even when it goes right, you're like, why don't I like it? It's what I wanted, but why don't I like it? Because it's your choice, and your choices are based on fear and fucking just thin, stupid, shitty hopes. But when life just kicks you in the balls and you're like, oh, fuck, everything's different now, and it shows you shit you wouldn't have looked at otherwise. That's the great joy in it. And what I thought was really interesting about COVID, and still is that it's the first thing I've seen where everyone on Earth had the same problem. Every human being on Earth had the same problem. We never had that before. That's why we don't give a shit about each other. Because you read like, oh, there's floods in Houston. You're like, fucking water. What is it? What's your problem? Floods. What is that? Just walk like this. What, you can't handle some water? My basement floods. What the fuck? Who gives a shit? Hey, he's on a canoe in the street. That looks like fun. Why is that an issue? There's fires in California. Blow it out. You fucking blow out a fire? Get the water from Houston and dump it on California. Fucking deal with it. But we all had the same problem. Every person from Zimbabwe to Tokyo to Newark to Honolulu, everybody was doing the same dumb shit. Every person had the same stupid fucking moment at the same, just trying to get the mask out of the well of your car door. I gotta go in Walgreens. Where's my fucking mask? You're trying to, it's got pistachio shells in it and pennies. I'm sure it's still effective. I actually like the masks because everybody looked nice. Everybody did. Because it's just their eyes. Eyes are nice. You never hear somebody say, that guy's got gross eyes. We should hide these. We should keep the masks because this is disgusting. How do we just, with no shame, look inside my face, spit and a tongue and teeth? It's fucking gross. Cover your mouth. I'd rather look at your asshole than your mouth. I really would. I'd rather stare into your asshole than glance at your mouth. Assholes aren't that bad, not to look at. We don't like to think about assholes because like they're, the shit and the farts and the diarrhea. But that's a small portion of their time. You ever really look at an asshole? You ever really look? Once you see it, like, in nature, it's a little, that's all. That's your asshole. It's like, you know what it is? It's just an aperture. That's all it is. That's your asshole. It's like a camera shutter. That's all it is. I have been dating recently. Dating's not fun. Dating's horrible. Nobody wants to date. Even if you meet somebody and you really want to go out with them and they say yes, you're excited in that moment. But the day of the date, you're like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to do this. Every time I'm ringing a doorbell to pick a woman up, I'm like, I hope she's dead in there. I really do. I hope something awful happened. I don't want to sit in a place and breathe unevenly for 3 hours and just sweating where your body is folded and just, You ever have a date that goes well? It's like good from the beginning. You're like, you get a little laugh at the beginning, hi, ha, ha, something funny, and they both laugh. Feels good. You agree on stuff. When you don't agree, you laugh about it. You're even able to be quiet a little bit while you're eating, and it's nice, feels comfortable. And then you drop them off, and you're like, I hope I see you again. And she says, I hope so too. And you feel like, this is something new in my life. This is wonderful. Then you go home, and your wife is like, where were you all night? You're just fucking... But I'm older now. I'm divorced, and I still date mostly women who are younger than me recently, because that's who looks better. No, it's true. But I've always been with women my age or older. I was married to a woman a year older than me for 10 years, and that's always been the way there's some guys that have to be with younger women. There's cultures that believe the man should be much older. Like there's religions that have like a formula, like take the man's age and subtract 10, and then whatever else you have to do to get to 12, just solve for 12. But I didn't suddenly get interested in younger women. What happened was I got older and they got interested in me because younger women like older guys. They just do this. The other part nobody says. I don't do anything to get younger women. I just stand there like this. And they see me and they're like, that would be so weird to fuck that old guy. And then we get blamed. The older guy always gets blamed. You see an older man with a young woman, everybody's like, that guy's a pervert. No, she's a pervert. He's normal. He likes pretty women. She likes that. What the fuck is wrong with her? And they're weird. I was having sex with this woman, and she was about 35, and we're in bed. She starts calling me daddy. I was like, please don't, young lady. Please don't do that. She said, why does it make you uncomfortable when I call you daddy during sex? Is it because you have daughters? I said, no. It makes me uncomfortable because I have a father. And I used to call him daddy when he fucked me. By the way, thanks for laughing at me because I got fucked by my dad. I was not laughing at the time because I was coming. Because he fucked me good. My daddy fucked me so good. It's not his fault. I made him do it. I was such a brat. I was 10. I was like, Daddy, fuck me! The poor guy, he's like, I know I'm spoiling this child, but I can't say no. Thank you very much for coming. I hope that you enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming. We get all safe. Thank you. Good night.
Now,
Woo! We get to kill babies! Do some shots and kill some babies.
I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded.
I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering babies.
But again, women should be allowed because 2 reasons I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Number 1, I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited. Everybody has their time. Everybody has their time. I mean, not everybody. There are people out there who there's just nobody for them. Yep. People like to say things like, there's someone for everyone. Nope. Not at all true. And stop saying it because it's mean to people who never find anybody. There are millions of people out there who we've all unanimously decided they are light speed ugly and nobody kisses them on the lips even. Nobody touches their genitals their entire life. They just wash it and then they die. That's all that happens. Oh, and if you're feeling bad for them, you can go find one and fuck one tomorrow. You can just solve the problem right there. With all that kindness in your heart. Oh, well, go fuck one. Nah, I didn't think so. That's the one way we're all mean. Nobody does that. Nobody fucks down. Nobody. People fuck up or across. Some women fuck down because a guy talked them into that it was up. Yeah, no, you should. I'm totally up, yeah, man. I was in upstate New York in a small town, and I was standing in front of a drugstore. And in the window of the drugstore, they had a wheelchair on display in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. Then I wouldn't have to drag myself everywhere I go, like I've been doing for 10 years since my legs were blown off at the marathon. Okay. A bunch of fucking hypocrites, apparently. Because, let me point some out to you. Let me point some out to you, motherfuckers. You were just, like, seconds ago, laughing at a man with no legs crawling on the ground. You're just... And then at the end, you're like, oh, but not those particular legless people. No. We thought you meant just some asshole with a childhood disease who deserves to be laughed at. Not one of those. Now we're laughing at all legless people equally. However you lost your legs. Ha ha ha. You haven't legs. And we've legs. I have legs. I have 2 legs. 2 fucking legs. That's the maximum amount. I fucking love having 2 legs. I fucking love it. I wouldn't like having no legs. I really don't think I would like it. I think it would suck. I think it would suck shit out of the balls of Christ. It's an old Southern expression. It's not used like it used to be. I think 2 legs is better than none. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. It's not popular. You're not supposed to say that. Because you're supposed to always be very positive about disabled people. But I think that puts pressure on them to be positive. What if they don't want to be? Because the only story we want to hear is about the amazing disabled people. He's amazing. He lost his legs and then he won the leg-having contest. What about disabled people who aren't amazing? We're just ordinary with a sweatshirt and some potato chips. And he's going, fuck, I wish I had legs. No, this is better. This is better with no legs. Why is it better? Because you can do anything now. I can do 4 things. Fuck off. I just don't know that our positive, non-disabled attitude really helps. Like retarded people. We're going to talk about retarded people for 20 minutes. That's what's going to happen. We're going to discuss retarded people for 20 minutes. It's not okay to never speak of them. No, we're going to talk about them. First of all, I want to talk about the word retarded, okay? Because the word retarded, it's a bad word, and people do not like the word retarded. They find it very offensive. Now, I'm a little confused by this, because it wasn't always a bad word. And I grew up in the 70s, and it wasn't bad back then. And most bad words were always bad. You know, cunt never had a day in the sun. There was never a time where the Santa Claus at the mall was like, come here, you little cunt, tell me what you want for Christmas. And then in the 90s, we're like, let's lay off a cunt a little bit there, gang. No, we used the word retarded in the 70s. We used it to identify people who were retarded. It wasn't controversial. It wasn't like he's retarded. It was like he is retarded. This fellow right here is retarded, right? I told you yes, you're still retarded. He is retarded, everyone. I grew up in Boston. We didn't say retarded in Boston. We said retarded. He's retarded. God bless him, he's fucking retarded. That's the way we used it. With love. Help the retarded. That's what people said in the 70s. Help the retarded. There was a lady outside the supermarket near my house every Christmas with a bell. She was like, help the retarded. Help the fucking retarded. You gonna tell me she was a bad person? She was helping the retarded. And I feel like we had more of them around back then. I haven't seen one in years. In the 70s, there was a retarded guy in a windbreaker on every street corner. We were using the word and they were more in our lives. I swear to God, they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, A Retarded Boy's Dream. There was one, I remember with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you are too young. But Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And, important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life. Fuck you. It's not that. It's. Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide. Even to your shrink. You ever go to a shrink and they're like, have you had thoughts of suicide? And you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold them down. But you should be able to talk about it. It's the whole, the whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it. It's because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life. Even a shitty, shitty life is worth living, apparently. Because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody and you're like, how did he should kill himself? Why didn't he not? That dude. You ever been driving and you look at the next car and you're like, oh shit. I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Is that... Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? I canceled my insurance. Broke my window. Duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world problems. For you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're going to cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst part of being beheaded is... The worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, and you're like... Just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it.
My next guest is a close friend of mine from the club days, and he's one of my very own writers. He's all the way from the 9th floor. Please welcome Louis C.K. Come on. Hi, how's everybody doing? All right? My favorite song. Nice to be here. My name's Louis. I live in New York. I like New York because this is the only city where you actually have to say things like, hey, that's mine, don't pee on that. I was walking down the street today and I saw this guy on a bicycle. He was on a bike and he was about to go between a parked car and a cab. He was like, only that much space. And I could also see the woman in the cab was about to open the door and he was going to get nailed, you know? And I wanted to yell something, but it was like too much to yell in too little time. Because it was happening so fast and I couldn't yell, hey, she's going to open the door of that cab and going to get hit on the bike and go flying and get hurt. I couldn't fit it all in there. I just ended up yelling out, bad thing. I guess I wasn't specific enough, because he's dead. But, he's a dead guy. So, then I saw a friend of mine, right? I saw this friend of mine, and he waved to me from across the street, and I wanted to wave back, but I was eating a peach, and I had a newspaper in the other hand, you know, so I just waved the peach at him. I felt like I was going, look, I have a peach! Look what a fine peach it is! I am very fruitful indeed. You know what surprises me is how often I see people that I know in the city, because there's a lot of people here, you know. But I always see people that I know on the street. I also see a lot of people that I don't know. But I usually take that in stride, you know. But you ever see somebody that you don't know again? You know, like somebody that's just a total stranger, but he keeps popping up once in a while. It's like God is running out of extras in the movie of your life or something. Starting to reuse people. All right, you go be the guy in the bus. But I was just a jogger. Just go, put a hat on. I don't care. Guy's a loser anyway. I never liked him. I got in a really awkward situation today, really embarrassing. You know when you tell somebody a story, then a week later you tell them the same story again? Because you forgot, and by this time you've added a bunch of lies to it, and you... Sometimes they have to lie, you know? Like when you're telling somebody a story and halfway through you realize that it sucks, you know? It's not interesting, and you have to throw in like a midget on fire or something to make it... But you have to be careful. Like the other day I was telling this guy a funny story about something that happened to me, and it was a true story, but it didn't really happen to me. It happened to somebody else. I was just lying and saying it was me, and all of a sudden I realized that I was talking to the guy that it happened to. I was like, that wasn't you, that was me. What is wrong with you? Oh, I thought that happened to me. I always get in embarrassing situations in public, like when you get in an elevator and you go to press your floor button, and it's already been pressed by somebody else. Yeah, that's one of those moments where you use that voice where you don't actually make words. You know, in public, you go, nice. Or like when you look at your watch, not because you want to, you're just looking at it to just look at it, you know, because you feel awkward around people. You just want to look like you're doing something, so you look at your watch. Then you put your arm down, somebody asks you what time it is, you have no idea. I don't know. I didn't read it, I just looked at it. So I'm going to do some impressions for you now. This first one, this is my impression of a very paranoid guy calling a woman for a date. A very paranoid guy calling a woman for a date. Hello, Lisa? Want to go to a movie? All right, 10 o'clock. Meet me at the theater, and no cops. All right, now this is a superhero being propositioned by a hooker. A superhero being propositioned by a hooker. Hey, baby, want to have a good time? No. All right, now this is... all right, this is... okay. This is a good time to be doing this. You ever wear a bathing suit because you ran out of clean underwear? All right. Anyway, I'm running out of time. I got to do this really quick. There's ways to express yourself in life that you can only use in certain situations. Like when you're having sex with somebody and you make those moaning noises, you know, you should be able to use those noises other times you're happy also, you know? Like say you're at a job interview, and it's a really good job. And at the end of it, the guy goes, well, I'm very happy with your resume, and you're interesting, and I'd be glad to hire you. I'll see you Monday. Thanks a lot. All right, thank you. Louis C.K. We'll be right back. Hey, I'm here with Louis C.K. How are you, Louis? Hey, how you doing, Conan? Good to see you. Hey, Conan, how are you? That's more like it. Okay. We need pep on this show. How are you? How was your Columbus Day? Was it fun? Good. I went down to the village. They had a big festival. I like going to, things where there's a big outdoor area with lots of people. I just like stand. If you stand in a big crowd of people, you could just stand there and go, Jimmy! Billy! And nobody even looks at you, you know? And I went, they had those games where you try to win the stuffed dog, you end up paying like $200 for like an $8. I won these two giant stuffed dogs, and I was by myself, So I'm walking around with these things. I felt stupid, except for when I was at the festival, I was like the hero of everybody around me, So I was going, Jesus, look at that guy. Those dogs are huge. He's the best. And I'm like, yes, look at my dog. And fear me. The clown with a balloon on his head was no match for me. But, but then when you get farther away from the festival, people start going, what's with the idiot with the giant dog? You lose your credibility. You should have brought them on the show. I would have. I think the whole audience would have been impressed. Well, I got in a big fight with the giant dogs. They have an attitude, Yes, that can happen. All right, well, I'm afraid we're out of time. Louis, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Louis C.K., thank you very much. And where are you going to be really quickly? Comic strip in New York City, 2nd Avenue. I also want to thank Mimi Rogers for being here. Thank you very much.